Okay. Both Babu na Sakaja wote wana run for governor Nairobi 2027. But wote in a span of 2 days wame announce that watakuwa na run for presidency in 2032. Okay? Umeona vile inaenda. Huyu anataka one term akwe governor alafu run for president. Na Sakaja anasema anataka malize his second term alafu run for president.
Yes.
Hiyo ndio kitu sasa hizi people are talking about. What do you think about it?
I think for Sakaja, that's the only thing he can do. For Babu, just it doesn't mean it.
It doesn't mean it.
Doesn't mean it. Just wants trendy design sound bites. If at all he wins the election in 2027, he will defend the seat in 2032. Yes, just for the soundbite, but this one means well because there's nothing else he can run.
There's nothing else.
Yeah, because he has the governor, he has been senator, he can't run for MP. The only thing is for president. And when somebody says he wants to run for president, not a big governor, he just wants to increase the stake in negotiation for the presidential candidate at that point in time.
But mimi nilidhani, mimi niliona siku feel kama it was the right time for Babu to run for governor. I think angekuwa patient kidogo juu he was next in line after Raila. But as soon as he announced that he's running for governor, ni kama akaacha hiyo space open Sifuna akaichukua.
You should look at it two ways. Number one, personal interest for Babu and the general good. The general good is that Babu should have just waited a little bit longer, 2032, than in that space. But personal interest for Babu, he knows that if I become governor, there's a lot of money in Nairobi. I will probably get most of the money that can enable me to buy out people in 2032. He doesn't have the money right now, based on the current circumstances, to buy out people, because to be a kingpin, because you remember in 2004 around August, when Moi fell out with Ruto, what happened is Ruto had announced that he wants to be president of Kenya. They had a Turbo meeting. It's called Turbo. There's a place called Turbo in, I think, Rift Valley. So they were in Turbo. So they had a tendency then that every time they are in Rift Valley, they pass by Moi, then they come back to Nairobi. So that day they went to Moi, they were not allowed in. So when Ruto found out later that he had announced that he wanted to be president, and they did not sit well with Moi, what enabled Ruto to be kingpin, he was able to buy his local MPs first. So if Babu wants to be the president or the kingpin, first of all, you need the money to buy all Nyanza MPs, because these MPs, before they support you, you buy them out. So I think the general good is that Babu could have waited a little bit longer. However, Babu has his own interest. If you're governor for Nairobi for 5 years, trust me, you're a billionaire. For you to run for office,
you are a billionaire. So even 1 year. Even 1 year is enough.
So you have the money. So he has to be governor to have the money to propel him to national status.
Right now, Sakaja is more loaded than Babu.
But Sakaja is very loaded.
Yeah, than Babu.
Because you remember pre-2022, there's an interview Sakaja did. We said he had been approached by 2-3 people telling him he says the money he wants to quit. One guy offered him 500 million shillings, another one offered him 750 million, another one offered him 800 million to just quit. Because the interests, the 800 million just chump change.
Kidogo sana.
So the Babu has also interest. And I think in politics you just have to weigh, what do you want? General good or what people want? Me, I think Babu is okay.
So
and again, another thing you must know, 2027 Babu has a better chance to be governor than 2032. Reason, in 2032, other players will come in.
You never know.
And it will be open play. There will be a new president or something. Now, anything anti-government works for you. So if he runs anti-government, because if you notice 2013, it was Kidero anti-government. 2017, Sonko entered, but he was pro-government, but Sonko is just loved by the people.
Sonko is just on his
2020 do the same anti-government. So anything anti-government works for people then.
So if let's say it's fast forward to 2032.
Yes.
Babu Sakaja unaweza prefer nani, ama unaona nani mwenye anaweza kaa akona hiyo appeal nzuri yenye presidency nayo
presidency
2032?
That's tough. none of them
hiyo ni nimefetch sana.
none of them qualify because
Eh.
Sakaja ni vile akona tu mdomo tamu. But again, I can give Sakaja benefit of doubt. You know, before you enter office, you think everything's smooth. Until you're in the office.
Yeah.
You realize there are so many players. Let me give you an example of Muranga. There's this guy of Equity called Munga.
Munga.
Munga heads, I think the Muranga Water something, is the chairman.
Uh-huh.
They fell out with the governor, but the governor cannot remove him because it's too powerful for the governor. So sometimes I think as much as Sakaja could mean well for Nairobi, you find it's difficult. Like
there are just some people who are too powerful.
Like for example, they say the guy who is in charge of collection of the garbage, they say, it's not confirmed, it's Oscar Sudi. You know, Oscar Sudi is close to the very president. Even if you want to remove him, he has done sure what you can. Because if you remove him, he remove you. So sometimes you get your hands tied.